Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we are in the Silverado today, and today we're headed up to Troutman, North Carolina for a couple things. One is to go get some ethanol E85 for the Corvette, and we're gonna go pick up a new part for one of our project vehicles. We'll show you more once we get up there. So let's head up to Troutman and go get what we're gonna get and go get some fuel. All right guys, we just pulled up to Sheetz and unleaded is $3.49. As you guys can see, we have a full bottle of E85, and now you guys can see the new wheels and tires that we're gonna be putting on the ZR2. All right guys, if you can see the sign, we're here at Piedmont Wheel Repair, and we're gonna be taking the Denali wheels to go get powder coated. Now these wheels and tires are a set of GMC Denali wheels from, I think, a 2016 Denali, and it's from a 1500 series, so we'll bolt right onto my Silverado, and they are a 20x9, and I believe it's a 27mm offset. You guys might be wondering, well, why'd you pick up another set of wheels? And honestly guys, that's just because I do not like the 18s that came on the ZR2. I've never really liked them. I've looked at them in black. I just don't like the way they look. I think they might be the same wheels that are on the AT4 as well. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it's just not a good design. I'm not a huge fan of them. And as you guys just saw, we are at the powder coaters. This is Piedmont powder coating. So this is one of those situations where the powder coat company happened to be just a half mile from the gas station where I picked up the wheels. So I picked up some E85, filled up the truck, got the E85 for the Corvette, had a set of wheels in the back, drove less than 4 minutes over to the powder coat place, and I had them check out the wheels because I simply didn't know, with the rough condition that they are in, how we could powder coat it. Like, I didn't want them to just powder coat over a crappy wheel. I wanted it to be cleaned up and fixed up, and if there was some work I was going to have to do, I would take care of that and then bring them back. But those guys are going to take care of everything. They're going to bead blast the wheels, they're going to strip them, and if there's any small spots, they're just going to weld it, blend it, and make sure everything looks good. Because these are aluminum 20-inch wheels, and it's a 20x9, so you know, we'll be able to fit all kinds of tires on here. I think the Denali size is a 275/60/20, so it's a pretty wide wheel with a pretty good sized sidewall. I believe the ZR2 wheel is a 70 series sidewall, so you're not losing that much sidewall, and that would keep you right at the 33-inch mark, and that would keep the PCM, you know, all the computers happy and keep everything, all that fine. So what we're gonna do right now, we're actually gonna powder coat them. I'm not gonna reveal the color until we get it back, but I've already ordered a new set of center caps as well as the new tire pressure monitors, because those wheels, I believe they changed it in either 18 or 19. So basically when they went to the new chassis, they changed the frequency on the tire pressure sensors. So the ones that are in there will not work with my truck. So I already spent I think I got a set of 4 for like 80 bucks. So it's not a terrible deal. And guys, if you guys are going to be swapping wheels and you go with TPMS sensors, make sure you buy the GM sensors, because I've gone the cheap route before, like the Dorman, and they all died within a year. Actually, the SS that's behind me, I had to take the wheels off twice in a year and replace them all with GM sensors. So kind of a pisser of money, because not only have you having to take the wheel off the car, dismount it, they could screw the paint up, but then they also replace the sensor. We had to do that twice, so it's just something, you know, you don't want that to happen. So what we're gonna do to save some money right now, I'm gonna get the wheels powder coated. We're gonna put the tire pressure sensors in there. So I do have to drive. It's about a 45-minute drive up there, so it is kind of unfortunate. When they finish up the wheels, they will actually mount, balance, and put the new sensors on those wheels. So we'll have the old wheels, the new powder coat, and new tire pressure sensors. So, you know, kind of a all for one, and I don't have to go to a separate place, because, you know, I don't think they're going to try to screw up their own wheel. And you guys know what I mean. If I want to discount tire, they probably do good work 90% of the time, but there's always that 5 or 10% time that I've run into. They put a nick, they put a scratch into a paint or powder coated wheel. So don't want to be dealing with that or messing with that. Yes, those tires are used. I'll probably get 6 months to a year out of them, or hell, I just put them on the back of the truck and burn them off if I want to, you know. It doesn't really matter. Alright guys, so that is the Silverado with the Denali wheels that we powder coated black. And yes, the tires are the ones that came with the set of tires. So, because we're on a budget here, I will be actually running those tires for a while. We've got another project coming up that we're going to need these bigger wheels for. We'll get to that in another video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and program these tires, because I did get new tire pressure sensors for the 2019 and newer, because these are from a 2018 Denali. The tire pressure sensors are unfortunately different. However, my tire pressure sensor tool that I bought for my 14SS will work without issue. So let's go ahead and get these tires programmed. We won't have any lights on the dash and we should be good to go. Alright, so it took me a little while, but I actually had to find this gauge. So we're going to hold down this right button. I think that will clear it. Alright, so now we're going to go outside of the car. The car isn't running, probably should be on. So let's go to each corner. That's the one we're going to program using our BXDAS unit. I actually bought that tire pressure sensor tool back in 2019. These models were nowhere near out yet, so I think what we have to do, I think I'm going to run the discount tire, have them try to program it, and if they can get it to work, I'm going to order the newest one of that tool. The tool's only $9, and that way we'll have the latest and greatest, and includes the car as well, because I know it works on the Corvette, it works on the SS as well. That's a 14, so it works on a 2005 to a 2014. And alright guys, I just went on a test drive in the Silverado. Everything went fine, no issues there. Haven't gotten a warning light for the tire pressure sensors, but I anticipate as soon as I go above 55 or 60 miles an hour, those things will adjust and realize like, oh, they're not registered. So like I said, I will have to head over to Discount Tire to have those programmed and go from there. So I did notice that the tires were a lot quieter than the kind of all-terrain tires that came stock on the ZR2. So one little benefit, but honestly, the ZR2 wheels and tires weren't that bad of a noisemaker. Like I said, I just absolutely can't stand the look of them. So we got a good compromise right now. We've got the wheels I want. I don't have the tires I want, but like I said, we're still working on a budget with this project, so I will get new tires eventually when I need them. Also, the speedometer is actually 2 miles per hour faster than you're actually going. That is one thing I noticed when I said I was doing 30, I was actually doing 28, so I did check that. So just something to be aware of when you start messing around with tire sizes. So the tires that are on there are a 275 55 20. If you want it to get back to the 30 inch, I think you need to run a 275 60 20, and you should be back at that 33 inch tire, and that's what comes stock on the ZR2. As for future tire sizes, guys, I'm really not sure what to get. If I want to stick with a 33 just so that don't have the speedometer any worse than it already is. I was kind of looking at a 33 by 12.5 by 20. BF Goodrich makes a set of those. Several tire manufacturers make those. Actually, if you guys have any recommendations, let me know down below. I also know people put 35s on 20s and trying to fit that, but those are a 20 by 9, so it's not the widest wheel, and the offset, I think the factory offset's like 24 or 27 millimeters, something like that. So, you guys, keep that in mind. If you guys have any tire recommendations, make those down below. Like I said, I know it looks a little weird with the skinny tire. I'm fully aware of that. This isn't permanent. This is just temporary to get us by for the next couple weeks, couple months, whatever it'll be. So that'll be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. If you guys want to see more ZR2 content or Corvette content, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you guys want to help support the channel, check out the links down below. I'll have a link to Piedmont powder coating. I'll have a link for the center caps I got off Amazon. Also a black set of lug nuts. If you guys saw the before and after video, one wheel had black, the other one had silver. Those black lug nuts were actually off my SS behind me, but the width of the degree that those are not quite the same between the SS and the truck. So I took them off, put the stock lug nuts back on, and so I'll include that down below. I'll also include a link to the correct tire pressure monitor sensor tool. I'll have that link down below, and we'll go from there. Also, make sure you check our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Any sales you guys make there help go right back to the channel, the truck, the projects, and all that stuff. So thanks, guys. Have a great one.